to our research advisor, Professor John Marie Ann Flores, to our dear panel members, Professor Maria Teresa Ozoa, CPA MBA, and to Dr. Hazel Revaldo, to my co-researchers, Ms. Haranya and Mr. Remy, a pleasant afternoon to each and everyone. We will be discussing to you our research entitled Marketing Strategies for Increasing Sales Revenue of Fast Food Establishments, a comparative study. For the introduction, the ever increasingly competitive business world necessitates the development of effective marketing strategies to strive and succeed. This research is beneficial since fast food restaurants are well known and internationally recognized. As a result, consumer demands and purchasing behaviors have been fundamentally changing, making it much more critical for a company to rely on innovation on its marketing strategies for survival. In Davao region, specifically in Tagum City, Jollibee and McDonald's are the top two fast food establishments that are often compared to each other. Both of them reversed its losses due to the said pandemic. The pandemic has brought shifts and lasting changes to consumer behavior. Hence, the researchers found an urgency to conduct the study to unleash an effective marketing strategy campaign to bring their quality products or services to the right market, retain existing customers, increase their sales and profitability, and of course, to grow their business. The study's main objective is to assess the level of marketing strategies in terms of product, price, place, and promotion. Second, to assess the level of increasing sales revenue in terms of customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. Third, to determine the significant relationship between marketing strategies applied and the increasing sales revenue by the Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. And last, to determine if there is a comparative analysis between marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue in Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. The hypothesis for this study would be there is no significant relationship between marketing strategies and the increasing sales revenue of Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City, as well as there is no domain of marketing strategies that significantly predicts increasing sales revenue of Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. Marketing strategies. Marketing strategies comprises the price, product, promotion, and place. Strategy is focused on effectiveness rather than efficiency. It is the process of analyzing the environment and establishing a fit between the company, its resources, its objectives, and the environment. For product strategy, customers are the reason why businesses occur. It is the vendor's responsibility to sustain the needs of their customers, both physiological and emotional needs, according to Wally 2018. Pricing is an essential element of any marketing program and is one of the most directed marketing elements in creating value for shareholders. It is to sell a product for a particular price. Value must be created. For place strategy, according to Kasan and Lee 2017 and Denny 2018, the market is an arena of competition. In every business, there will always be competitors. As such, it is a must to strategically situate your business in places accessible to customers with demands for your product. Higher population growth tends to support more substantial economic growth. To put it simply, large crowds provide potential customers and more opportunities to trade. And lastly, with the promotion strategy. The promotions aspect of the marketing mix covers all types of marketing communications. This would include the tools available to the marketer for marketing communications, the promotion or distribution system, the wholesale and retail channels through which the product moves to the people who ultimately buy it and use it. Is according to Mangay 2016. For the increasing sales revenue variable, fast food restaurants nowadays use a variety of strategies to increase sales revenue. Since the pandemic began, social media has been one of their strategies for reaching out to potential customers and achieving their goal, which is to make a profit. According to Scope and Bellinger 2019, using the social media marketing allows fast food establishments to build relationships and trust with their customers, which leads to increase in sales. And for the customer satisfaction, according to Palik, Mark, and Kovac, 2016, each company's strategic goal is customer satisfaction. Companies with satisfied customers make more money and have more loyal customers. Recognizing these factors that contribute to consumer satisfaction thus assist businesses in improving their performance and increasing customer satisfaction. Customer loyalty. Companies with loyal customers have large market shares, which can be linked to higher rates of investment return and profitability. According to the authors stated above, true loyalty exists when a consumer has a positive attitude toward a specific brand, which leads to repeat purchase. The theoretical framework for this study would include the sales revenue maximization theory. According to this theory, it is the idea that applying the model will improve the reputation of the company and in turn lead to higher long-term profits, which will provide products and services at a higher quantity and quality. Another theory that would support in our study is the institutional theory. It is widely recognized theory and approach to company activities in a wide range of industry that may be useful in generating customer satisfaction, loyalty, and thus competition. The last supporting theory in our study would be the marketing orientation theory. This theory maintains that the businesses should determine the customer's needs and wants and satisfy them more effectively than their competitors. Firms that adopt and implement marketing concepts are said to be market-oriented. That is, if they are more skilled in generating knowledge to achieve better understanding through improved access to consumer preferences. The conceptual framework in our study is shown in Figure 1. The dependent variable is the increasing sales revenue that comprises customer satisfaction and customer loyalty, and the dependent variable is the marketing strategies that comprises product, price, place, and promotion. Now, this study will be beneficial or will be benefit the fast food establishments, providing them the reliable and helpful information on how to improve and adjust its new marketing strategy in relevance to the customer's feedback to attract and gain new buyers to sustain its business in its unique normal situation. Method will be discussed with my co-researcher, Miss Michelle Haranyo. That would be all. Thank you.
Good day, I am Michelle Jane Oranio and I will be presenting the Chapter 2, the method used in this study. Participants. Since the total population in Tagum City is indefinite, the researchers assume 300 respondents which are customers coming from Jollibee and McDonald's with an experience of new normal marketing since they already have first-hand knowledge of the marketing strategies. Random sampling technique was used to select the respondents of this paper. Materials or instrument. The researchers used an adapted modified questionnaire. It is to modify questionnaires to generate a new one. It aims to widen the idea of the respondents for them to answer effectively. The instrument used in conducting the study was the standardized survey questionnaire adopted from the previous works of Ali and Amin 2014, Gabarino and Johnson 1999, Hassani and Witham 2010. The first set of questionnaires is all about the marketing strategies observed. This composed of 4 indicators such as the product, price, place, and promotion. In assessing the marketing strategies, the following 5 orderable gradations were considered, each with its own rating scale and description. 4.3 to 5.0 described as very high. This means that the marketing strategies were observed all the time. 3.5 to 4.2 described as high. This means that the marketing strategies were observed oftentimes. 2.7 to 3.4 described as moderate. This means that the marketing strategies were observed sometimes. 1.9 to 2.6 described as low. This means that the marketing strategies were observed seldom. 1.0 to 1.8 described as very low. This means that the marketing strategies were not observed at all. The next variable is the increasing sales revenue with two indicators, namely customer satisfaction and customer loyalty. In assessing the increasing sales revenue, the following five orderable gradations were considered, each with its own rating scale and description. 4.3 to 5.0 described as very high. This means that the factors to increasing sales revenue were observed all the time. 3.5 to 4.2 described as high. This means that the factors to increasing sales revenue were observed oftentimes. 2.7 to 3.4 described as moderate. This means that the factors to increasing sales revenue were observed sometimes. 1.9 to 2.6 described as low. This means that the factors to increasing sales revenue were observed seldom. 1.0 to 1.8 described as very low. This means that the factors to increasing sales revenue were not observed at all. Design and procedure. A descriptive correlation design was employed in this study to assess the level of marketing strategies and the increasing sales revenue to the top two fast food establishments. This aims to assess the relationship between those variables. All the data was gathered and used the adapted modified questionnaires that was distributed to the respondents of this study. This is useful for describing how the phenomenon is related to another. Statistical tool. The responses for all items in the questionnaires carry out a tally as a start and was tabulated and analyzed afterwards. The data gathered undergo interpretation and was subjected to succeeding statistical tools. First is the mean. This was used to evaluate marketing strategies applied by the two fast food establishments in Tagum City. Person R. This was used to define the significant connection between marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue of the top two fast food establishments. And lastly, the multiple regression analysis. This was used to assess the strength of the effect on marketing strategies that the top two fast food establishments applied. Next is the result of the indicator with the respective mean, standard deviation, and descriptive level. The marketing strategies indicators for the product, price, place, and promotion. Shown in this table are the mean scores for the indicators of marketing strategy. So the first indicator is the product with a mean of 4.48 and standard deviation of 0.53 described as very high. Price with a mean of 4.29 and standard deviation of 0.63 described as very high. Place with a mean of 4.35 and standard deviation of 0.62 described as very high. And lastly, the promotion with a mean of 4.43 and standard deviation of 0.60 described as very high. So the overall mean is 4.39 and standard deviation of 0.51 and described as very high. So this means that the marketing strategies were observed all the time and is much effective, and that the respondents' response is positive in majority cases in the items of product, price, place, and promotion. So next is the level of increasing sales revenue. Shown in the table are the mean scores for the indicators of increasing sales revenue with an overall mean of 4.41 with a standard deviation of 0.55. So the first indicator is customer satisfaction with a mean of 4.44 and standard deviation of 0.57, described as very high. Next is the customer loyalty with a mean of 4.38 and standard deviation of 0.62, described as very high. So the overall mean is 4.41 and standard deviation of 0.55 described as very high. So as we can see, both indicators have been very high, meaning that consumers are satisfied with Jollibee and McDonald's, which is why they're also constantly buying and contributing to the increasing sales revenue of fast food establishments.
Good day to our advisor and panels. I am Kyla Corino and I will be the one to discuss the remaining chapters of our research. So I will continue with the regression analysis of the influence of marketing strategies applied on the increasing sales revenue by Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. So I will show you the table 4 after this slide, which it shows the regression coefficient to test the significant influence of marketing strategies applied on the increasing sales revenue by Jollibee and McDonald's in Quezon City. Also, the strength of the influence of marketing strategies applied on the increasing sales revenue by Jollibee and McDo was assessed using multiple regression analysis. Just a recap, we use the multiple regression analysis for our statistical technique for analyzing the relationship between our independent and dependent variables. So this is the table 4, which is the multiple regression analysis on marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue. So we will focus to the beta, which is the standard coefficient of the marketing strategies. So for the product, it is 0.325. For the price, 0.157, while place is 0.162, and lastly, the promotion is 0.359. So all these standardized coefficients, as we have observed, that this has the is under the level of the probability value of less than 0.001, which is also less than the significant level of 0.05. This means that this four piece of the marketing strategies is indeed and proven to have a significant influence to the increasing sales revenue of Jollibee and McDonald's, which is also the dependent variable. Next is the table for the dependent variable, which is the increasing sales revenue. So with this one, we can, the table shows the correlation and the variance of the increasing sales revenue. So the correlation, which is the R, is equal to 0.868, while the R squared or the proportion is 0.754. So it means that the marketing strategies applied influences the 75.4% of the increasing sales revenue by Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City, while the remaining 24.6% is influenced by other factors. So the 75.4% is coming from the R squared, which is the 0.754. Just to add that the R or the R is equal to 0.8868 is the correlation between the observed and predicted variable of this research, while this R squared is the proportion of the variance that can be explained by the result of the survey. Note that since the R squared is 0.754, and normally the R squared ranges between 0 to 1, the closer the value to 1, the stronger the relationship between the dependent and the independent variable. Also, the study found that marketing strategies applied has an F value of 233.161 and a P value of less than 0.001 on increasing sales revenue by Jollibee and McDo in Tagum City. Next is the discussion. We go first with the discussion on the level of marketing strategies of Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. So the respondents' level on marketing strategies is very high. This means that the marketing strategies were favorable among the consumers in Tagum City. This further proved that it has a significant impact and effect on the formulation of marketing strategies between Jollibee and McDonald's. Product has the highest mean, and next was promotion and place. At the same time, the price has the lowest mean. So the highest mean, which is the product, it has a 4.48 mean. So obviously that is nearly or almost 5, which is the highest rating. So obviously it impacts the customers on the marketing strategies applied by the fast food establishment. So with the discussion also, We will know further the interpretation of these results based on the dependent variable, which is the increase in sales revenue, and the independent variable, which is the marketing strategy. With the revealed results, the product becomes the main factor chosen by the consumers. This result is in relation to the theory of Diaz and Tanvir, 2011, who viewed that the significance of improved product design and quality for competitive advantage in success of business is undisputed, but a design combining internal quality policy and external requirements and expectations of customer is a complex translation process. So it is very evident now that the product is the main factor above any strategies that Jollibee and McDonald's created. With regards to promotion, the level is also very high. This is similar with the study of Cook in Uncle's 2005 that sales promotion is effective in the long run since it leads to increased sales and profit. For promotion, this advertises the company and what they offer. They can showcase flawlessly its delicious meals and promos to persuade customers to buy in. Obviously, customers have been attracted to the meals of Jollibee and McDo. That's why they are highly purchasing it even up until now. Next is followed by a moderate level indicator is the place. As mentioned on the study of Vadla Moody 2014, effective and skillful management of marketing channels are important to attain market channel power. For place, well, customers will choose a restaurant or establishment which has a better location and a more comfortable and convenient to order. Last indicator is the price wherein the level is also very high. And according to Nagel and Hogan 2010, pricing strategy is the key variable in financial modeling, which determines the revenues to be attained. The profits earned in amounts reinvested in the firm's growth or its long-term survival. For the price, as we have observed, prices of Jollibee and McDonald's is just affordable and worth it. So I believe that we have no problem about that since we can just buy it according also to our purchase power. Next is the level of increasing sales revenue. Jollibee and McDonald's level of increasing sales revenue has been evident as its customer satisfaction and loyalty were tagged as very high. So as you can see in the past or in the previous researcher that have explained that you saw the table which has the customer satisfaction and loyalty were tagged as very high. This proves that customers were responding and constantly contributing to the profit of this business. Why? Because since the customer satisfaction and loyalty were tagged as very high, so it means that customers are constantly buying and purchasing to Jollibee and McDo, which that buying and purchasing will lead to a higher or highest profit of the establishments. So as you can see, the satisfaction is just and loyalty is just interconnected. So if one of it is absent, so obviously the other one will be affected also. So this one, customer satisfaction has a higher mean than customer loyalty. Why? Because preferably customer needs to be satisfied before becoming a repeat buyers. Sivades and Baker Provit from 2000 expound that there is an increasing recognition that the ultimate goal of customer satisfaction measurement should be customer loyalty. Also, Cornell from 1992 said that high customer satisfaction will boost the firm's loyalty and that customers will be less inclined to primbows from the competition. Moreover, according to Anton, satisfaction is positively associated with repurchase intentions, the probability of suggesting a product or service, loyalty, and profitability. So as what I have said, if the customer is satisfied with the product or the food of Jollibee and McDo, then basically the customer will buy and buy and buy again on that fast food. Even us, we are even up until now, we are still buying on Jollibee and McDo since we are indeed satisfied to their offers or to their foods. Next is the correlation between measures. The study on marketing strategies applied by fast food establishments reveals to have a significant relationship between the increasing sales revenue. The study of Lusterinen and Gabrielson from 2006 point out that sales and marketing strategies may be adapted to combat competition to improve the position of the company in the marketplace or to grow the business. Santos Vihande et al. 2012 also evaluated the organizational antecedents of marketing capabilities and their influence on business performance and proven that marketing capabilities exert a significant and positive effect on clients. Satisfaction and loyalty, which ultimately lead to better organizational performance in terms of sales, profit, and market share. So the correlation of between measure, which is the increasing sales revenue and the marketing strategies, we can highly see with the results from the survey that it has a significant relationship. They are interconnected. So once the fast food establishment or Jollibee and McDo offer their food to the customer, once the customer tastes and try it, then once they are satisfied, then they will buy and buy and buy again, or they will be a repeated buyer. So that's the time that the sales revenue of the establishment will increase. For the regression analysis on marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue of fast food establishment, the present study shows the regression coefficient used to define the domains of marketing strategies whether to have a significant influence on increasing sales revenue of fast food establishment. This is assessed using multiple regression analysis, which the data reveal that marketing strategies have a significant relationship towards increasing sales revenue of fast food establishments. Consequently, the level of significance in the hypothesis of marketing strategies applied towards the increasing sales revenue is rejected. Last chapter is the conclusion and recommendation. So obviously the conclusion, which is the Jollibee and McDonald's have a high level of marketing strategies for product promotion and price, and a moderate level for place with an overall mean of very high. This means that consumers' response to marketing strategies is mostly positive in the items of product, place, price, and promotion. Moreover, increasing sales revenue is also very high for both customer satisfaction and customers' loyalty. This means that all of the methods described for increasing sales revenue of fast food establishments are favorable. Therefore, there is a significant relationship between marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue of Jollibee and McDonald's in Tagum City. So it is now proven because as we conducted our survey, all of the results from marketing strategies to increasing sales revenue are both very high, and the results, the mean are almost 5, which is the highest rating. So it means that all of marketing strategies and the methods for increasing sales revenue have really an impact to the fast food establishments, which is the Jollibee and the McDonald's. For recommendations, we recommend our research to owners, managers of fast food business owners, fast food establishments, and for the future researchers. So for this one, for the owners, the benefits for the owners for our research is this research will be used for research findings and employees of fast food establishments to also develop and implement effective marketing to increase the sales revenue. As to the results and conclusions mentioned above, they understood that the customers are essential for the company's objective. By meeting customers' needs, fast food establishments may obtain a competitive advantage. Additionally, fast food business owners and managers should acknowledge the importance of developing high quality product as part of their product strategy since customers consider fast food establishment a second home away from home. Moreover, the fast food establishment may learn as much as it can about its competitors to develop the marketing strategies that will benefit its growth. They may constantly adjust how its product, prices, distribution options, and promotions. With this, they can identify possible areas for competitive advantage and disadvantage. Furthermore, researchers or further researchers can use our research to conduct another study on the consumers by applying the same variables that we have used. So, in the end conclusion, also the study provides a factual discussion of marketing strategies and increasing sales revenue of fast food establishment for can be used for future studies. So, once again, to our advisor in panels, this is the our research. So I hope or we hope that we explain it well. And thank you for all your support and guidance to our research. So God bless us all.